You are what I'm looking for. I know what I'm looking for.
Okay, so today I'm going to be sharing the Spellbinders Easy Card Kit of the month, and this is for the month of May, and it is called Spreading Happiness. So you get all of the contents inside of this little zippered bag, and then you get a content sheet that gives you a sample and tells you what's inside the kit. You get a package of chipboard stickers, a package of puffy sticker sentiments, along with another package of puffy stickers, and then you get a pack of 6x6 pattern paper, and we have some cute little designs on here. And then you also get a pack of envelopes and card bases, a bunch of die cut ephemera. You get a sequin mix, and these are sprinkles and iridescent sequins. Some pre-cut card panels. These are Spellbinders heavy base weight cardstock. Beautiful luxury cardstock, and they're cut down into 4 pieces. So you get 5 sheets pre-cut. Then you get your package of foam squares and adhesive. Okay, so let's dive into this kit and create a project. So diving right into this project here, I've grabbed the package that the pre-cut cardstock comes in, and I want to make a shaker card using that sequin mix, so I need a little bit of acetate. So I decided to take this packaging and cut it up in order to create a window film for my sequins to stay inside of. So I'm just trimming off the edges here and cutting these down. I'm just trimming off all the sealed edges. So I'll end up getting 2 shaker panels. I'm just peeling off the excess, and I'll toss all these little bits and pieces away. And then I have 2 pieces of clear packaging to create my shaker window. So I'm going to take one of those blue cardstock panels, and I'm going to grab some Spellbinders layering circle dies. And I'm just going to grab the second largest and then the next one below that. I want to make sure that my little packaging is going to fit behind those circles. So the first one I grabbed was a bit too big. So I grabbed the next one down, and I'm going to take the smallest circle that I have. I'm going to cut a little window in my panel, and I'm centering it towards the top, and I'll take some washi tape and tape down my die, and I'll run that through my die cutting machine. I won't use that little die cut circle. I'll save that for another project. Now I've got a window for my shaker. Now I'm going to grab one of the pattern papers, and I'm just going to trim out a piece that's going to fit on top of my circle window. Now I kind of did this backwards, so I had to do some creative footwork in order to make the window on my pattern paper line up with my blue window. So I've just cut this down to 3 3/4 by 5, and then I'm just going to center it up and grab a pencil and draw through that die cut window onto the back of my pattern paper so I can see where the die needs to line up. And now I have identified where I need to cut. So I'm just holding up the larger die up to the window where I can see through the paper and just kind of get that window centered on my pencil lines. And I'll cut that out. And then here we go. We have a beautiful die cut pattern paper that will fit over top of my window. I adhered that down to my blue panel and just trimmed everything up so it was nice and even. Now during the process I ended up ripping my pattern paper, but no worries, we're going to come back and fix that later on. Next I'm going to apply adhesive all over the back of this panel, and then I'll stick down my little window film, making sure that it's nice and straight and all sealed up all the way around. And then there's a little bit extra just hanging on the bottom, and I'll trim that away. And then there we go. We have our front panel to our shaker complete. Now we need to create a little bit of dimension to have some room for those sequins. So I have some double-sided foam tape, and what I do here is I take one piece, I'll cut it off, and then I will stick it to another piece. Now this is going to do a couple of things for me. First of all, I'm going to be able to cut through this with no problem using my scissors. And then secondly, it's going to create sort of double the dimensions, so I have enough room. So now I can cut this thick piece into little skinny strips. Now, if I were to just cut the foam tape like without doing this, then the foam tape will stick to my scissors. I won't be able to trim it. And this helps also to be able to maneuver it like I'm doing here. I'm going to wrap it around my window, making sure that you can't really see it. So it's kind of behind the window, but not leaving too much space so that it'll fill up nicely with all of my sequin mix. So I'm just filling that entire circle, make sure that it's fully closed. And then I'm going to take the die cut pattern circle and I'm going to adhere it on the center, on the top center of my card, and just make sure that my window will cover this perfectly, and then press that down. The next thing I'm going to do is add a little bit more adhesive to the back of this panel so that my panel doesn't sag. So I'll use the leftover bits and pieces that I have of those foam strips that I made, and then I'm going to take my sequin mix and dump it onto the large circle. So you can put in as much or as little as you want. And then I'm going to peel away the release tape on the back of all of the foam here. And then I'm going to take my time and line it up and get it centered onto my card panel. And there we go. I'm going to press in all that adhesive, and now our beautiful window is sealed with all of our little shaker bits inside. Super cute. Okay, now we're going to decorate the card. I'm going to first fix that ripped pattern paper. I found this beautiful die cut banner, and that will go perfectly across the top of my card where I ripped my cardstock. And then I found a beautiful birthday cake in the die cut ephemera pack. And then I grabbed a chipboard sentiment that has the word sweet on it. I like to add a little bit of extra adhesive to the back of the chipboard elements because sometimes the stick doesn't last. So I glued all those pieces down onto the front of my card, and there we go. We have a beautiful, fun shaker card. And I added some of the scraps that I had left over and put them on the inside of my card. And then I just went to town with this kit. Here's a bunch of cards that I made. I have one here that I embossed a piece of the background, added some of that ephemera and layered up the pattern paper, popped up a little fence or a gate to the door to my house. I have another one with a little teapot with flowers with a little bit more of that cardstock embossed. And this is really cute and pretty. And then I have another card that I created as a shaker as well. This time I just cut a rectangle out of the center of my pattern paper, and I left the card base in behind white so that those sequins would really pop out from behind. And then finally I have a cute little mouse holding a heart that he's given to a little birdie with a kite and some layered pattern paper and a puffy sticker hello. And that's it. I made 5 cards with this kit. I have a ton of stuff left over where I could probably create 20 or 30 more cards with this stuff. I really enjoy the Spellbinders Quick and Easy card kit. If you're interested in this kit, you'll find the links in the description box down below to the Spellbinders website. I'll also leave a link on screen to a series of playlists I have with quick and easy cards using the Spellbinders card kits. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to spend it here with me. I appreciate this support as always. Have yourself a lovely day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!